Welcome back to Zen Soul Studio. Spoiler alert! I will be diving into the movie Sinners. This is the one review hidden meanings.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Screen Crush. Today, we're diving into the latest film by Ryan Coogler, Sinners, which stars the talented Michael B. Jordan. Now, when we think of vampires, our minds often go straight to horror and shivers down the spine, right? But this film brilliantly flips that notion upside down.
Oh wow. I had no idea it was a vampire movie. I totally thought it was something else. So, the way you describe it makes me curious. How does the vampire element tie into the whole cultural commentary?
Fantastic question. In Sinners, vampires symbolize much more than just creatures of the night. They personify the lurking evils within society and the evolution of culture over time. Think about it. Immortality can often lead to stagnation. If you refuse to evolve, it's as if you're bound to a life devoid of depth. They're almost like souls cursed to be shackled to their past.
That's a really thought-provoking way to look at it. So it's like how some people cling to, outdated traditions that just don't work anymore. I mean, that can be such a real struggle, especially in families. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly, and that's a core theme running through the film. There's a dual narrative at play here. The first half immerses us in the struggles faced by young black men in the Deep South, grappling with systemic issues that feel all too real. Then, the second half seamlessly transitions into a horror narrative, which is really brilliant in how it blends these elements.
Whoa, that sounds like quite the twist. It's like, those movies that start out as romantic comedies and suddenly take a dark turn. Is that, like, a jarring experience to watch? Open mouth face.
A bit, yes. But that jarring effect is entirely intentional. It mirrors the unpredictability of life. Our realities can shift in the blink of an eye, much like a roller coaster ride. One moment, you're coasting along smoothly, and the next, you're plunging down into unexpected chaos.
Wow, what an analogy. It really captures that feeling. So, like, can you tell me more about Sammy's journey? How do music and culture fit into his story?
Absolutely. Sammy embodies the notion that even through death, one can leave a legacy with their contributions to culture. The baptism metaphor is especially striking, symbolizing redemption and cleansing of sins. It's almost like he's carving out his narrative in a world that attempts to silence him.
That sounds so profound. So, it's about, like, fighting against being erased? It's kind of like those famous musicians who continue to live on through their music even long after they've passed, right? Musical notes?
Precisely. That's what makes the film so impactful. It challenges conventional views about sin and sparks conversations around identity. The themes are woven into a complex web that resonates deeply in today's social landscape.
Wow, I can see this film creating a ton of conversation. So do you think this could change how the film industry approaches storytelling moving forward? Face with raised eyebrow.
Definitely. Films like Sinners remind us of the immense power inherent in genuine, meaningful storytelling. They can breathe new life into discussions about culture and generate films that resonate well after we leave the theater.
That's so exciting. I can't wait to dive into this movie myself. Thanks for shedding some light on all these themes and really unpacking the deeper meanings. Glowing star.
Anytime. And for our listeners, what do you think about the film? We'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe for more engaging content from Screen Crush.
Sounds amazing. I'm definitely in. Let's get this conversation started.
Papa Legba is associated with the crossroads, gates, and doors. Offerings to Legba can include alcohol, tobacco, and candy. His origins were in the Dahomey kingdom, but Legba came to North America as a result of the transatlantic slave trade. History of Papa Legba. Believed to have originated in the kingdom of Dahomey, now Benin, Papa Legba is one of the best-known figures in African spirituality. The practices of Vodun come from an indigenous belief system found in West Africa. When the people of Africa were captured, enslaved, and brought to North America, they brought with them many of their gods and spirits, including Legba. Because slave owners were worried about potential rebellion, they often separated enslaved people from the same area. By mixing people from different regions and language groups, they could use the communication barrier to discourage or even prevent revolt. However, many of the deities were similar, and so enslaved people from different parts of Africa soon found commonalities in their spiritual beliefs and practices, which they were forced to keep hidden. Papa Legba soon found a home in the religious structures of enslaved people in Haiti and the Caribbean, as well as in the American colonies. Author Denise Alvarado says Legba 1. Stands at a spiritual crossroads and grants or denies permission to speak with the spirits of Guinea, and is believed to speak all human languages. He is always the first and the last spirit invoked in any ceremony because his permission is needed for any communication between mortals and the Loa. He opens and closes the doorway to the spirit world. Denise Alvarado. Over time, after African syncretic practices blended with Catholicism in the New World, Legba became associated with several saints, including Saint Peter, Saint Anthony, and Saint Lazarus. In the Haitian religion of Vodou, Legba is seen as the intermediary between mortal men and the Loa, or Loa. The Loa are a group of spirits responsible for various aspects of daily life, and they are the children of a supreme creator, Bandai. They are divided into families, such as the Gide and Ogu, and practitioners develop relationships with them through offerings, petitions, and prayers. Often, Papa Legba is the one who carries these prayers to the Loa. Mythology and worship.